Welcome to our show, In Conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, Anglo Eastern Group has won hearts and respect of the maritime industry. They have been arranging crew change in the most challenging environment. Today we have with us Mr. Manish Pradhan. He is the Managing Director, Anglo Eastern India Ship Management India Private Limited. Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you so much, Captain Mishra.
Sir, you have been in the news and you have won hearts and respect of the industry for arranging crew change in such difficult environment. We would like to hear from you, sir.
Well, thank you, Captain Mishra. It's of course very, very heartening to know that people are happy, and yes, we do get a lot of messages from our very, very happy seafarers who managed to come back home. It's been a difficult journey, to be honest with you, because of the restrictions that we have in place. So when we started crew changes roughly mid of May, when DG Shipping was kind enough to allow the ships calling Indian ports to do the crew changes, that's when we started moving our people on board ships. But before that, people had been kind of stuck in for almost 3 to 4 months because of the lockdown of the airspaces and the ports. Around first week of June, 3rd June to be precise, is when we had our first Fosma Masa flight taking off. And because it was on a shared basis with a lot of companies, so the number of people that we could put in was very, very limited, simply to be fair to all the members of these secretariats. And then eventually from there on, from 3rd of June till today, I'm very happy to share that we have crossed the 8,000 mark with regards to crew movements of Indians itself. Overall, as a global unit, we would be crossing 10,000 very easily. So it's been very encouraging. It's been a lot of hard work, and the only people I can thank is, of course, besides our clients, is my team here in Mumbai and all our branches across India. They have done a phenomenal job. If I can only say that people have worked through the night, getting people on the chartered flights, getting special permissions, lining up people. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. And above all, the biggest credit goes to the seafarers who have agreed to go on board the ship. Because if we have to put ourselves in their place, even we today are very apprehensive to kind of leave our family and move anywhere or travel anywhere. But these brave soldiers, these wonderful guys, have actually come forward and decided to go on board to relieve their colleagues. I think that is the primary factor which has set the ball rolling.
I agree with you, sir. This is the fact, and we salute them for their contribution. So,
absolutely.
Maintaining mental health of seafarers and as well as shore staff is a big challenge these days. We see so many things happening. We have received so many news. So, how you actually maintain that?
Well, I'll start with my office first. I mean, as while we speak, almost 15 of my colleagues are down. Not because of the COVID, but because of stress. One of my senior colleagues was in hospital yesterday, and he was diagnosed with health issues related to stress. So it is as I said, it's a difficult time, and I can well imagine if these are the stress levels here in the office, then how much it will be on board the ship. It will be much more, and that's where my adulation, my admiration for our sea staff is so high. I really can't express in words as to how much I respect the fact that despite all challenges, they have not allowed the trade to stop. They have not allowed the ship to stop. They have lived up to the expectation of every client, of every owner, of every government by keeping the global supply chains open. This is no mean task. I mean, they are also tired and doing the same job again and again for months over and over. It's not easy, but
True, sir.
They have been self-motivated. As a unit, wherever we could help, we have got helplines in office. We've got professional people who help us trying to counsel our people who kind of start feeling or start showing signs of fatigue. But that's what we can do. But the major chunk of the motivation in the job is on board, and that's why, as I said, I can only salute them for what they do. Now that the window has opened in a restricted way, we are rushing to get as many people back home as soon as possible.
Sir, these helplines are also for the seafarers, that the helpline you're talking about?
Yes, in fact, it's more for the seafarers.
Okay.
And we also have the Nusi Sahara, but besides that, we have a private professional unit, which all our ships know that in case there are any issues, they can immediately and directly call the doctors there. They have psychologists, they have psychiatrists, they have medical team, which is, and it's of course done in total confidence. It is not shared. The details are not shared openly like that.
Really good. That I am sure it will be a big help for them. So I have two questions which are related to each other. And there has been a lot of discussion in the industry about that. So you are probably the best suited person to answer me that. One thing is the competitiveness of Indian seafarers in the international market in today's context, in the COVID-19 context. And the second thing is the job opportunities for Indian seafarers. The reason for asking you is there has been a debate that because of these challenging times and these conditions, Indian seafarers may lose jobs. So these two things I would like to hear from you.
I don't have a crystal ball and I'm not Nostradamus. But seeing the trend, yes, when India was completely locked down, there were certain yard deliveries and takeovers that did go to the foreign nationals because the Indians were just not in a position to travel out even though they were ready to do it. That was an opportunity that these particular nationalities got and they grabbed it. But I can assure you that each of those clients are waiting for the day when the Indians come back and take it over again. So the future of Indians is very, very bright. There is our intellect, our educational levels, our basic skill is definitely noteworthy and it is recognized world over. Especially in Anglo-Eastern, we have been a company which has always promoted Indian talent, and that is why we still maintain a 70% share with India, being one of the largest companies in the world. We're definitely the largest employers of Indian seafarers. So our belief and trust on Indians is big, and we intend keeping it that way. During pandemic, as you said, COVID times, I have heard, I will not name the nationalities, but there are a lot of nationalities. Initially, when it started, there were a lot of people saying that, Indians are the only ones who are kind of showing fatigue and stress. But I can tell you, the Indians are people who at least believe in talking and, sharing their problem. But there are some nationalities who just kept quiet initially, but have thrown quite a fit now. There are nationalities who are actually stopping ships. And I'm proud to say that not a single Indian has stopped any ship or threatened anybody, making it very ugly. Yes, sharing your trouble. I mean, that's only normal. If we are a family, and I consider our seafarers as family, if they are sharing their troubles with me, I think it's a good thing that at least he's sharing with me rather than letting it build in his mind and then he just erupts like a volcano. That's not preferred. So we have, as a company, we have been talking to our people. Not just that, we have a program where we talk to all the families of the people who are on board, just to know that everything is okay. We've got offices, we've got seafarers all over the country. Whenever it has been required by the family, we have reached out, we've helped them. So this has also keeps the seafarer a little reassured that yes, somebody is there to kind of help out when things can go out of control. So Indian seafarers, no challenge. I don't see any threat. Yes, there are a lot of debates, but this is my opinion and my perception. And I will always fight for jobs of Indian seafarers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, any message you will like to convey to the seafarers or, let's say, industry?
Well, the message is simple. Do your best. It's a difficult job, but at the same time, it's a very important job. And that's why we are all standing up to recognize seafaring as a key profession, seafarers as key workers. But we must live up to that expectation. So just like in the medical profession, if there's a doctor, he's a key worker. And if the job requires him to show up and kind of treat a patient, he really doesn't have the choice of saying that, no, I am not going to the hospital today because I fear something. So key workers come with an importance, but also comes a responsibility. So those who are on the ship, my humble request is do your best, keep it safe. Above all, in the present times, take care of your health because that's of primary concern now. And to the ones on leave, keep yourself safe, keep yourself quarantined, take care of your family. But when your colleague requires you to come on board and relieve him, please oblige, because that's about all the resources we have. Only a seafarer can relieve a seafarer. And as our CEO says this, the seafarer for seafarer. Only a seafarer can help a seafarer. So it's that time to step up, and it's in our hands how we do it. Yes, we recognize that there are issues, as I said in the beginning. There could be problems at home which prevent you from going, but we have to rise above those, just like our doctors, just like our soldiers, just like our paramedics. There is a call of duty which we must respond to. You guys are doing a fabulous job, and the whole world is looking up and saluting. Of course, it's a very silent salute, and I wish that this popularity and this dedication of seafarers becomes more recognized. Unfortunately, it's a very, very kind of behind the curtain professions. We would like seafarers to get more recognition, because everything that we see around us in some shape or form was brought on board a ship. So someday the world will recognize, but we have to keep doing our best. That's our duty.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And we wish you a great day ahead. Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you so much, Captain Mishra. Thank you so much.
Best, sir, and all the seafarers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.